the world's literally never going to be the same again because of Soul School.
I just knew instinctively it was going to be a beautiful gathering of amazing people.
It just hit my heart.
Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, today I'm joined with these bright buttons, and clearly we all got the memo because we're all in beautiful pastel colours and we're all like completely colour coordinated. Now, these are three of my favourite people on the planet. I mean, there are a lot of other favourite people on the planet as well, but these are three of my favourite people, and I'm so excited to be joined by the beautiful Morwenna Pogson, the absolutely incredible Claire Tebbett, and the super talented Rick Aaron today to talk all things. What the heck is a soul school, right? Like, what on earth is a soul school? So before I share where I'm at with soul school and why this beautiful brand was created and this mission was created, I want to start with you guys because they hear enough about me. So what I would love to hear from you guys is, when you heard Soul School, what did you think? What did you feel? Like, where did your head go with this? Who wants to start?
Oh, I don't mind starting.
Go on then, Rick.
When I don't even remember how long ago it was first the name was mentioned, but I just knew instinctively it was going to be a beautiful gathering of amazing people and coming together with this, you know, the soul being such an important part of this, that this kind of like sharing, soul awakening, I just knew it was going to be a beautiful gathering, to be honest, and it proved to be both times so far. It's been amazing.
It certainly has been, and it's been a bit of an eye opener for me, and it came through me, so it's been very weird. Claire, how about you?
So I think, because obviously I've known what it was about from the start, I think for me that, you know, you always said that I would be involved along the way somewhere, and this it just hit my heart, you know, just that word, Soul School.
Yeah.
And I knew that, because obviously I'm about the animals, aren't I? I just knew that would come in somewhere.
Absolutely.
So that's what it is for me.
Beautiful.
Just the whole mission.
The word soul is such a really important piece of the puzzle right now, isn't it? And I feel if you have been aligned to that, then it almost does just prick your heart. And interestingly, you've got love on your jumper and I've got hearts on mine, so interestingly it does prick the heart open. So Morwenna, last but certainly not least, my darling, what about you?
It just made sense when you started, you know, using the title Soul School and describing what it was, the community that it was going to create. I got really excited because I knew that the world's literally never going to be the same again because of Soul School, and it's proven itself time and time again. It is such a powerful place for people to be, and obviously the end goal is just incredible. It's going to impact so many people. It just made sense. I needed, my soul needed to be involved.
Absolutely.
And yeah, that's
so I'm going to come to you still, Morwenna, because I know you are obviously my right hand woman in my business. You deal with a lot of the shit that comes into my business. So do you remember that massive ego thing that I had around the word school? Like, I had a real battle, ladies and gents, with putting the word school into the title of this brand, because we know over the last few years there has been, you know, we're really waking up to the fact that our children go to these organizations, and actually they're being taught perhaps not necessarily 100% the truth or the reality of what's gone on over the years. So for me, the word school was a real issue. I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm going to come to you, Morwenna, and ask your opinion on that. And if you remember that process that we went through, because it was quite an eye-opener for me, and I really did have to battle that, didn't I?
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I think the word school traditionally has a lot of connotations that just don't sort of relate to what we're doing at Soul School. However, it's about opening people's minds to a different way, I guess. And that's what Soul School does. And that's why the word works so well, because, you know, people are looking at different ways of doing things and how to reconnect with themselves and what that actually means. And although our normal schools don't teach that kind of stuff, Soul School does. And I think it enables people to get it. So I'm glad you got over it.
I know. And I
because
really did have a hissy fit about it for a while, didn't I? It just didn't resonate with me. And I'm like, no. And I kept being told this is the name. And I was like, no. And then I'm like, Lucy, you've surrendered your whole life. So now it's time to do that again.
But I think people relate to that. They understand the concept of what a school should be or what they want from a school going forwards. And that's what Soul School is offering. It's offering that platform for people to learn about themselves on a deeper level.
Absolutely. Love that. Rick, did you want to share anything? Because I could see you were getting quite, like, you know, passionate about it.
Well, when I said it all, really, it's about that, bringing that balance back. So much has been inverted, and the concepts of things that should have stood for love and light and good stuff has always been so inverted, that this is all about bringing that back and reclaiming those words that have been corrupted or distorted, and making them what they should be again, shining with that light and that love and that joy and that beauty. Education, learning should be a joyous thing, a magical thing.
I totally agree. And what we've got to remember is we get to program the words.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the bit that I was really struggling with. And I'm going to be honest, I'm using language that I don't normally use, but I really did have an internal fist fight about this, because my heart was saying, I've got to trust this information in this name that I've been given. And I've been doing that every day of my life since about 2015, 2016. But my head was going, this doesn't resonate with the humans. This doesn't resonate with the people, the beings, the souls that are going to come. So how are we going to like bridge that gap? But Claire, I don't know if you've got anything else that you wanted to share on it.
Well, no, I'm like with Rick, you know, the way it's all been inverted, because when you look at like the original old mystery schools, they were about, you know, getting you to that place where you needed to be. So
yeah, so we're bringing the magic back essentially here, aren't
absolutely.
we? Love that. I love that so much.
Yeah, and I think like you had the same battle with Self-Love Club as you documented in your book as well. You had that same battle of like, I don't want to call it that. This name just does not work.
No, men will go for Self-Love Club. That was my thing. Men are going to find it girly, you know. No. Okay, I need to pipe my ego down. When it comes to naming things, trust Source, because they're very, very good at it. And just as a complete side note, we named book 2 yesterday, Rick, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just like that. Book 2's got a name. Literally, we were like, wow, where did that come from?
Oh, so exciting.
It is. Yeah.
And we were both like, wow, yeah, that makes total sense. And it's got so many different connotations of it. It's just amazing. And it just literally just comes out of my mouth. I'm like, I don't know why, but we need to call it this. So I don't know why I didn't trust Soul School. And I don't know why I didn't trust Self-Love Club. I mean, obviously I did eventually, but there was this little battle that I had to go through first. So ladies and gents, I have to check my ego constantly too. Honestly, please don't think that you're out there on your own. I have to do it too, but then I always surrender to it. So I guess let me explain a little bit from my perspective where Soul School came from. So Soul School actually was an idea that fed through to me in about 2017, 2018. I was on a really wild healing journey. I had been through lots of different things with my health. And if you haven't read my book, it's the best place to learn about it. There are videos out there, but trust me, the book captures it perfectly. So that's From Head to Heart. And if you check out the description field, you can head over there and get that shipped to you instantly. So basically, I've been through this massive journey, and on part of the journey, which was probably the deepest part of my healing journey, was I was in Brazil and I had almost died a few weeks earlier, resulting in a multiple blood transfusion. And as I was on this last part of the healing journey, and I had certainty that I was going to heal, during part of this process, I got a business plan that come through to me in a meditation. Now, I was in a 24-hour silent meditation at the time when it came through. And normally when you do these kind of things, especially when you were fasted like I was, it was, you know, it's quite profound, but you're tired. Like you want to lay down, you want to say, stay still. I was up, like dancing around with bits of paper all over the place, like, and I was channeling a business plan. And this business plan included 5 locations around the world whereby there would be healing centres. And at these healing centres, they were going to be a safe space for consciousness. Now, this safe space for consciousness was going to be an area where people from all over the world could go to their local, I mean, there's only going to be 5, so it's not that local for everybody, but they would go to their local, what we now to be Soul School, and there would be a healing centre there. So there would be these beautiful angels, earth angels, that would be there that could help people go on the journey, whether that be to invoke their soul, get connected to their passions, get connected to their purpose, remove the emotional traumas that they've been through throughout their life, that they've been clinging on to for dear life, not realising that actually it's been stopping them, it's been creating procrastination, it's been stopping them stepping forwards. And this was the plan that I got, literally in a meditation. It's quite wild being me, ladies and gents. I'm just going to let you know, sometimes it's a little bit wild, but this to me was gold. Now, this was back in 2017, 2018. So for me personally, it made no sense. Nobody really was talking about healing on the scale that I was talking about healing. No one was being shown what I was being shown, as far as I'm aware, on that kind of level. So you can imagine in 2020, when I organised this first Soul School event, and then we got locked down for, gosh, God knows how long, all of a sudden the world starts talking about healing. And I'm like, wow, this is quite interesting. I got this a few years ago, and now all of a sudden the world's talking about it. And that first event in 2020, had it gone ahead, it wouldn't have made sense to people. So I'm really grateful, although my ego didn't like it at the time, I'm really grateful that that event got postponed until 2022, when we ran the first event in Bournemouth, United Kingdom, and boom, it was born. It was absolutely the right time and the right place. So everything to do with Soul School is all about creating the abundance. So these events that we do right now, this is the kind of stuff you're going to learn and you're going to remember when you go to these physical places. All of the money that is profited from these events goes into a pot to buy the land, to create the actual Soul School and the healing centre, to be able to grow organic fruits and vegetables on site and have clean water and have a safe space for people to create communities. You know, it might be in the future that we have people living on the site of the Soul School. I don't know. But at the moment, this is the mission, this is the driver, and this is my soul mission, ladies and gents. Like, this is what everything I do, the book funnels into this, the abundance funnels into that, every program that I run, every speaking thing that I do, you know, my re-ignition of the Rebel Movement brand, that is all to create Soul School. All roads lead to Soul School in my world. So it's not very often, apart from when I'm at Soul School, that I actually talk this passionately about what the mission is. When you sit here and listen to this, and I know you guys have heard this so many times, you work with me very closely with this. So how does it resonate with your soul? Like, what happens to you when you hear this stuff? Because all of you were smiling and you're like, yeah, you know, and it's so beautiful to see. So explain to me what it feels like and why you got involved. We'll start with Claire this time.
Do you know what? I just when you talk, I still just get mesmerized. I'm just like, I think because you're giving out so much, you can just feel it coming in, and I think that's why I get mesmerized. And you know, I just think what you're doing for the world, we just have to be part of it.
Thank you.
We really do. We really do. And when I see what you do, you're like, you know, you're God's angel.
Oh,
who wouldn't want to be behind you?
Oh, thank you. That's so. Don't you get me crying this early in the morning? Don't you dare! I know you're gay.
Well, I didn't get you crying the other night, did I? So I'll start today.
Thanks, Claire. Rick, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, exactly what Claire said. It's just the mission just resonates so deeply with my heart and soul. And I just wanted to be a part of helping to create something, just to give whatever time and energy and resources and love that I could give to help make this possible. And the world needs this right now. People need this right now. People want to come together in a space that's safe and learn about themselves and be with other people that share the same feeling, vibe. I just so excited for what it's going to be. But it's not just even that the end goal of the Soul School. It's the process as well. It's the journey that we're on getting there. You know, it's having been those 2 Soul Schools that we've had so far have just been some of the best days and times of my life. And so it's not just about the destination, which is really important. It's about that journey that everybody's on, and we're all on together. Not just us 3, 4, but like everybody who's been to the Soul Schools, everybody who's heard about the Soul Schools, who's watched it back, listened to the meditations and stuff. Everybody's on this journey, and it's magical.
Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. Honestly, listening to you guys talk about it, I'm like, oh, my heart flutters so much. And Morwenna, how about you, babe?
Like Rick and what Claire said, I had to be involved because not only is it a passion, it's very closely linked to what I'm really passionate about, like the land, the earth, you know, providing good food for people and enabling them to step up into their own power to do that. And it's intrinsically linked with what you're doing at Soul School. So it just made absolute sense. And you've, by teaching me how to sort of unlock my emotional trauma and the journey that I've been on, I can now sort of stand shoulder to shoulder with you while you do this, you know, legitimately, and say this stuff works, like it really, really works. And you've helped me connect to my passion, and now I want to be part of helping you connect yours.
Yeah. What I keep seeing is I've got goosebumps all over me. What I keep seeing is almost like a circuit board, and we're just plugging them back in. Yes, and I don't mean we're like locking them down, but we're plugging them back in so they've got that fire, that ignition back within them, and they're like that little light bulb that I talk about all the time across the grid, you know. And for me, this is my passion. Like, it's not about me being passionate on behalf of the world. It's about invoking that within every single soul and reminding them that they are so worthy. You know, and there is a massive self-worth issue on the planet right now, right? Massive self-worth issue. I've spoken to 3 people just this morning, and it's only 20:09 as we're doing this now. But I've spoken to 3 people this morning, and their lack of self-worth really hurts my heart.
Yeah.
Really hurts my heart. So, you know, this is about giving people their power back. This is not about taking from somebody else to give to somebody else. This is about igniting that within them and allowing them to go off and be their best version for their family.
But that's exactly what actually happens. It's physical. You can see it. The room lights up as the day goes on, as the weekend unfolds. Like, literally, the room lights up one by one. Ping, ping, ping. You see their souls reignite and light up, and it is amazing.
Yeah, I've seen souls dancing at the back of the room before now, you know, during my seminars, and I'm like, wow, I wish people could see this stuff, you know, like it's really, really, really incredible.
I remember when you said that one, I was like, oh.
Yeah, oh my goodness, it's so incredible what takes place. So thank you for sharing that, guys. Like, you've got me really excited now. I'm like, yay, we've only got 10 days to go, but that's still 10 days too many for me right now, because I absolutely love this stuff. So let's now just kind of share what we do. I mean, obviously, I run Soul School, I speak at Soul School, I take people on the journey and the meditations and all the rest of it, but what's your roles in Soul School? Morwenna, let's start with you this time.
Okay, so in the past, on the past events, I've been hosting alongside Claire, which has been incredible because you get to see the whole room and you can see things happening all over the place. This time I'm going to be mainly in the background on the stalls, you know, sorting out the merchandise and holding space for people while they sort of step through their process of whatever comes up for them.
Morwenna will be welcoming you all, basically. She's gonna be our, you know, Soul School front of house this time round. She's going to be looking after everything that is there, and you're the perfect person to do it, like the absolute perfect person to do it. You know me, you know, better than most, and you know, a lot of people have learned who you are, because we're so shoulder to shoulder on this. So it's absolutely amazing. Claire, what's your role this time round?
Okay, so I am back being host, or hostess with the mostess.
You're on your own this time.
Yes, on my own. So yes, exciting. But I know last time obviously helped you sort of hold space around the room for people that were breaking through. So, you know,
it will be happening again.
Yeah, I'm sure it will, because you know, you can't just be with one, you know, there's so many people
absolutely
breaking through at the same time.
Yeah, and on that note, ladies and gents, I had a couple of people helping me last time in Manchester, but this time I've got a team of maybe 8 people that are going to be working with me doing that. So we're going to be shifting things a lot quicker, and obviously because it's only a 1-day event rather than 2-day event, we've got to get this done as quickly as possible. So and I don't mean that in a nasty way, we're going to rush things. I'm not going to rush anything. Nobody can make me rush. You know, Lucy time, when you get to my seminars, we're on Lucy time, we start bang on time, but I'm not going to say we finish on time, because I'd be fibbing to you all. Thank you for that, Claire. And Rick, let's hear about your role in Soul School.
Well, I tend to look after the sound and the audio over the day or the weekend. So music is a huge part of Soul School experience. And from pretty much the minute people walk in the room, or even the waiting area, to the minute they leave, there's music that has been chosen specifically and channeled and selected, that's just to create that whole vibe and experience from the minute they walk in till the minute they leave. And it's all very cleverly chosen and you know, so that the experience they get from the minute they walk in just warms them up and gets them ready. And then throughout the day, when you're doing like talks or meditations, the music is really powerful and designed to just create and make that whole experience, to break them through really. And then yeah, even in breaks and in moments, that we just have music up that's uplifting, that's emotional, that's powerful, that you know, is everything. So I kind of assist and help you to kind of, as well as the sound that's coming out the microphones, to make sure everybody can hear and everybody experiences the whole day properly and doesn't miss anything. But they're just that like and we kind of, me and you have this kind of
weird thing.
Weird. Like,
we have a weird thing.
We have this
weird.
We're
a whole book together, and all I need to do now is this, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
We do. We have this kind of complete like language and communication that's unspoken. So you could be busy talking and shifting people through, and you can just give me a look, and I know that the music needs to be higher or lower, and it just helps that kind of to create this wave and this vibration that just helps people shift. And it's an absolute honor and privilege to help you and to just to be there and watch what happens.
Yeah, so, thank you. It is my honor and privilege to have the 3 of you working so closely. I mean, obviously the rest of the team wasn't available today, but it is an honor and a pleasure. Rick, I've got 2 questions for you. First question is, what has been your most insightful moment? Because you get to witness it all. You know, Claire and Morwenna at times are out of the room, they're holding space for people, they, you know, they're in the meditations themselves. You've witnessed everything that I've done at both of the Soul Schools that we run so far. What is the most insightful, or the most, you know, the moment that you've been like, oh my God, this is amazing?
I think the first Soul School in Bournemouth, there was a moment during the meditation that you did towards the end, where I don't know what happened in the room, but just people, there was this huge shift, and people were like, language was coming on board, and people were moving and crying, and in all in a positive way. There was just something happened in the room, and I was, you were kind of walking around and doing your stuff, and I was just, the music was, and it just, I didn't know what I was witnessing. To be honest, it was really incredible, and that just made me realize the power of what was happening in that room. And then in the Soul School in Manchester, again, the same thing happened. It was like this, just something happens. In particular, I mean, that there's loads of areas during the day that, like, when you do those kind of interactions with people. But the meditations in particular just seem to be something really amazing happens in the room. And it isn't, like I said before, it's like the lights and little bulbs switch on. You can see something happens in the room physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Something actually happens in the room, and it's just incredible to watch.
I love that. I'm going to come to you girls and ask you your favorite bit in a minute, but before that, I have to ask this question. On Friday of last week, Rick, I sent you a few tracks saying, I need you to create me a folder because we've got a couple of things to put in this thing. And he was like, I'm assuming you're talking about a playlist and some songs, Lucy. And I'm like, yeah, that. This is what happens to me when I get excited. All language goes out the window and I just, what were those songs like for you, Rick?
Yeah, see, I knew what you were on about, but I just thought clarify it just in case. And then you started to fire some tracks over to me. And so I put it together in a playlist and I sent it to you to share so we could both share in it. And that was it at Friday night. Then Saturday, I thought, well, I was doing my morning routine. So which I do every day and, it takes 20, 25 minutes. So I thought, I'll put the music on and just hear what it's like. So at least I get used to it for the Soul School event. And it was incredible. Like it was a journey. And I don't even know if that I've got them in the right order yet. I just put them in as the order you sent me at this stage. But they just played in this order. And it was just this incredible journey. By the end, I was goosebumped. I couldn't concentrate on what I was doing. And I don't even know what you're going to talk over yet. So you haven't shared that bit with me. This is just the music on its own. This is just 5 tracks at the moment. And so that was amazing. I messaged you straight away and said, oh my goodness, I hope the roof, I think I said, I hope the roof in the venue is secured on because otherwise it's coming off. And then I listened to it again on a couple of days later because, and again, it was just probably even more powerful the second time around because I was a little bit more familiar with the music and I knew it's going to be incredible. That's
I had to ask because the message that I got from Rick, I was like, oh, we've created something really special this time around because ladies and gents, just so you know, I just get this information coming through and I'm like, right. And then I go searching. It tends to be on Spotify or Apple Music. And then I just find and I'm like, boom, this is the one. Boom, this is the one. And then I'm like, Rick, just hold on to these for me because otherwise I'll lose them. And I don't know what I'm going to talk about, by the way. I know certain things that I'm going to do and because I just channel at the end of the day. But the feedback was so it got me really excited and I was like, yes, created another one and I know that this is going to be so special. Thank you for sharing that anyway, Rick. I think it's really important that people kind of understand the way that we work behind the scenes as well. So Morwenna, obviously you've been involved in the last 2 Soul Schools. What's been your favorite bit to either witness or participate in yourself?
Okay, my favorite bit is, apart from the music because that is incredible, is the community that is created during these events. A number of people that turn up on their own, a number of people turn up maybe with somebody else, but they genuinely feel lost, like they don't know who their people are, they can't find their community. And by the time people have made lifelong friends from coming to Soul School, they all meet up each time Soul School's there, and I can see them interacting online, and they finally find their people and their community. And they realise that they're not on their own. And, I think the last couple of years have really created this, number one, a huge divide between certain groups of people. And number two, people have literally just withdrawn from society or whatever. And now Soul School's offering them a safe place where they can step back out into that and realise that they are worthy of being there. They're incredible people. And it's really important that they show up as them, right now, because the world needs it. And that's what Soul School is amazing for.
I love that. I love that so much. We're good at creating communities.
Yeah.
We're good at creating safe spaces. Like, ladies and gents, this is not down to me. Like, I just have the ethos and I'm like, this is what I would like. But it's the team that create this, and it's the beautiful souls that turn up. It's the beautiful souls that basically say, I don't know why I'm going to this place, but I know and I trust that I have to be there. Soul School wouldn't be Soul School without you guys turning up. And we have to say thank you and have so much gratitude for you guys for trusting that you needed to be there. So Claire, how about you? What's the best bit for you?
So a little bit like Rick. So, watching people's light language coming online, because you can actually see them actually bringing it in. But also, and especially in Manchester, when I was sort of walking around and holding space, I could actually feel their pain and their sadness, which was leaving. I mean, sorry, it's going to make me cry now because I can feel it. But yeah, it was quite incredible. And just afterwards, just watching how they'd changed, how it had just all lifted, and that, you know, they were completely different people leaving.
And they
And that
looked
is just a
lighter.
beautiful sight to see. Yeah,
so many
absolutely.
people, and you know, I'm never going to profess that Soul School is a healing event, ladies and gents. I'm never going to profess that. But so many people walked in with serious back pain that have never had back pain since. One woman had an issue with her foot. She was on crutches or something like that and left without them. You know, like obviously she took them under her arm, but she was walking okay. Like things shift, because the way that I speak about illness, sickness, dis-ease in the body is, you know, it's trapped emotion. So if we can get those trapped emotions moving by really taking your soul to a place of forgiveness and taking your soul to a place whereby, you know, you are allowing yourself to release it, then of course miracles can take place. And that for me is what Soul School is about. It's about creating a space where miracles are a possibility. I mean, for me, actually, miracles happen every freaking day. Do you get what I mean? Like, because that's what I choose for my life. But Soul School, there is no denying that miracles take place. People come in one way and they leave a different way. They come in looking 50, 60 years of age, they leaving looking 40. Like, it's wild what takes place. It's almost like they come into this beautiful sacred space because it's set up so beautifully. They dump all their crap, they leave without it, and then we clear it from the space. You know, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to come together. We're here to unite as one. Nobody's better than you. Just because I'm running the event doesn't mean I'm better than you. You know, it just means this is the job I got given this lifetime. I've got to chat. And you guys, your souls are like, okay, cool, we're going to go here and we're going to do this. And that's cool. You know, this is our jobs this lifetime. And we've just got to remember that we are so worthy of everything that is available. God, who's excited for Soul School right now? I've got a lot of energy work to do between now and then, but you know what? I'm excited so much for this. I really, really am. So, Morwenna, you alluded to it earlier. There's going to be lots of stuff available at this Soul School in the form of merchandise, in the form of crystals, in the form of all sorts of things, bits and pieces like that. So, any tips or anything that you want to share with people?
Yeah, I think it's important, if merchandise is your thing, if crystals are your thing, that kind of, you know, that who doesn't love a crystal, right?
Exactly.
Cash on the day. Yeah, I think that's the easiest. You know, cash is king.
Yeah.
Using it. Bring cash. Get excited about it. You know, if crystals aren't your thing, maybe they will be by the time you leave.
But also we've got hoodies. We've got some amazing new little things, haven't we?
I don't want to give too much.
I know. Please don't. That's why I'm kind of like just like
hoodies, all the stuff that's been at Soul School before now, plus lots and lots more for you to get involved in, get more information on, come and talk to me about. So yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, Morwenna is going to be the hostess with the mostess on a front of house kind of perspective. Claire will be the hostess with the mostess on our stage in front of you guys. So I'm super excited about that. So is there anything else that we need to cover off in readiness for Birmingham?
Yeah.
12th of November, 2023. We're kicking off at 11 a.m. Go on, Rick.
Well, there's just some practicalities things. It's like we're gonna
Doesn't
make
exist
it
in my world.
There's going to be loads of space for people to, if they want to bring blankets or yoga mats and things like that, just because some of them, if they want to sit comfortably for the meditations and things, we're going to make the room really spacious and lovely so that everybody's got loads of space to sit and put the bags down and bits and bobs. Just there's going to be food and everything, so they don't need to really worry about anything. They just need to turn up. And
water.
Water and
journal, because you're going to be doing lots of journaling.
Yeah. That's sensible. Definitely bring a notepad and a pen, and definitely bring some tissues. Even if you're tough and you haven't cried for 20 years, please bring some tissues. We will have tissues, but trust me, sometimes we can't get around the room quick enough when it's all going off. So please do just bring a little pocket packet of tissues or something like that with you, because you will be grateful for it at some point, no doubt, even if it's just for your neighbour next door. Definitely bring water, because the water stations may not be easily accessible at busy times, so definitely bring water with you. And like Rick very beautifully reminded me, we are going to be providing you food. You are going to get a hot lunch with it's going to be like a pot of soup that you're going to get, all plants, made gluten-free and everything like that, and you're going to get a wrap and a few bits and pieces as well, some snacks with it. So we've done that because we want you to be warm, and we do not have the time to let you all loose at lunchtime and then bring you back in, cleanse you down and everything. So we're going to keep the energy in the room, and obviously provide you a warm snack so that you can get through the day without being cold or anything like that. Okay, anything else that we wanted to share?
Well, you've just got to come with an open heart, haven't you? Everything's taken care of. There's people, the team's going to look after everybody. It's just okay. And people might be a little nervous and a little anxious coming in, because either they're traveling on their own or they don't know anybody. And we just to reassure them that there's people that you're not going to be alone. There's always going to be somebody who will talk to you, and you can. There's the team. There's, like you say, there's 7 or 8 members of the team. You just need to come and let all barriers and all obstacles just go, and just come in with an open heart and have the most incredible experience of your life.
Yeah, and please do trust that as soon as you get there, you will not feel like you're on your own. Honestly, you'll have more hugs on the way in, and you'll be like, what was I worrying about? Why was my ego trying to stop me from coming here? And when you leave, you'll probably be flying home on a magical unicorn. Let's be honest about it, because that's what happens to most people once we've been there. So how about you girls? Is there anything you wanted to share?
I was going to say exactly the same, come with an open heart, which is why I started laughing, because obviously we're all so connected. But just no expectations, just let it all go when you come in, and just allow things to happen.
Surrender.
Yeah, surrender, and just trust that you're in exactly the right place. You're in exactly the place you need to be at the time, and just allow it.
Love that. Oh my goodness gracious me, we have got 10 days, literally 10 days from now. We will be there, we will be ready to go. We would have done sound checks, we would have got the space ready for you all. The stalls will be set up, Morwenna will be on the front door, the VIPs will be being brought in. It's just bloody exciting, ladies and gents, isn't it? So I'm really excited to welcome you. Like I say, I got a little bit of energy work, just a little bit to do between now and then. Literally, I'm on the road until then. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I am around. Please share this video with anybody that you think may benefit from coming along to Soul School. The link to get the tickets, we've still got some VIP tickets, not many, and we still have plenty of standard tickets, because the room is so big. There is no way that I would have the amount of people that the room can hold. And that the reason that is because we wanted the space for people to be able to sit down, lie down, and obviously have the space between the seats and everything like that I'm a little bit of a princess about. I'm going to be honest with you. I like things done in a particular way. You're going to see a side to Lucy that not many other people do. I like it set up in the way that I like it. So we're super excited to welcome you in 10 days time, ladies and gents. It's not too late, and please, if you are having that moment of your ego piping up saying you don't need to go there, or oh, it's a bit too far, or it's a bit inconvenient, or oh, maybe somebody might need me that day, trust me, it is just your ego trying to keep you safe and trying to keep you in the discomfort that you've become comfortable with. All right, ladies and gents, we will see you on the 12th of November, and these beautiful team of mine will be holding space for you as you walk in. All right, I love you all very, very much. Thanks for watching this video, and we will see you on the 12th of November. Lots of love, everyone. Thank you for your time, everybody. Cheers. Appreciate it.